Welcome back, everybody, to Mercury's Mind. I am your host, Mercury. Today, I'll be doing the Aquarius installation to my mini Zodiac series. Okay, let's go. All right, Aquarius. See, look. Aquarius, y'all get the same dosage of Saturn that Capricorn does. It just shows up differently. Aquarius is air, Capricorn is earth. So, Saturn's going to affect Capricorn in a way more physical way, a way more sensory way where you can feel it everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Aquarius don't feel it every day, but it's more mental and it's more like around friend groups and it's more about how you think. You might, Aquarians, the way they think more times than not is just going to be very, that way. I won't say they're like, I won't call them outcasts. I won't say that they're higher or lower, even though technically they are the most elevated air, mountain air. So they are naturally have what is considered genius. You know what I'm saying? They are the visionaries. But they're the mad scientists. Like, there's like scientists, like I be feeling like Sagittarians are scientists just by like actually going and do it. And then there's Aquarius, they're like the mad scientists where like everybody knows you can't mix this and that to get that. Aquarians don't reside in the like realm of rules and regulation. Now, even though Saturn rules and regulation and authoritativeness and governing, Aquarius is like, you ever try to control what air sign can be controlled? Maybe a Libra, for like, maybe you can get them into people pleasing, but you really can't control no air sign. And Aquarius, they're at the top of that. Like, you can't control them motherfuckers, bro. Aquarius are meant. Capricorn is 10th house, so you're in the light. Capricorns are way more likely to abide by societal agreements and norms, whereas whereas Aquarius is the other side of Saturn that like does what it wants. Saturn does what Saturn wants, yo. Don't get it twisted. Shiny does what he wants. They told him he couldn't propitiate all three Trimurti. What did he do? Get a boon from get them to show up all at the same time. Saturn's the only one to do that. So look, if Saturn wants something, he's gonna get it. That's the Aquarius part. I mean, that's Capricorn too, but Aquarius is the part of Saturn where like, you don't tell me what to do. I do, like, you say I can't do that, okay. Capricorns have that too, but Aquarius, they're a bit more like you feel like it's like almost in your face about it, which is why people call them rebellious. Like, cause like they be like, these are the rules, these are that. Capricorns, they'll do what they want, but they might work in confinement, within the confinements of those rules. Like Aquariuses though, they don't even live in that realm. They've already created their own world. That's what Aquariuses do. They create worlds. Literally, they create worlds. You know what I'm saying? They're the visionaries, but like, they'll just create it. Like, it's like their mind power is so strong. Their ability, you can call them visionaries, but it's like, they're like one of the strongest manifesting signs just because like, they can really create worlds. Like, their visionary ability is way ahead. It's like way out there. That's why it's Uranus that rules it modernly. That's why Rahu also rules Aquarius along with Saturn, because their strong power to like visualize things, but they'll create it. They'll bring it like worlds, galaxies, universes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's because they don't confine themselves to anything to begin with. So you think that they're doing this super expansive, like foreign, like alien, like thing of creating like the way that what they do is just so foreign and eccentric, but they never confine themselves to begin with. So to Aquarius, it's just another motherfucking day. Like, it's like, I visualize this and now it's in front of me. Boom, boom, boom. I'm working with that. They're like, but why aren't you abiding by these rules that we've set? Like, what, bro? I didn't even know that was a thing. So, an Aquarius rising, when you wake up and open your eyes, like when you wake up, open your eyes, get out of bed, all that. Once you wake up, open your eyes and do that, that's your rising sign. Like, the way you look at your everyday world and like when you look down and look at your hands and shit, that's your rising. So Aquarius rising, that world that you wake up in, no matter how, you know, familiar you are with it, to others, they're going to think like, if you're Aquarius rising, you're probably like an alien to people, like just in its own. Like just you in general, like just like they look at you and they see alien. Like Aquarius rising is like nobody understands you, period. Like it's not just like emotionally or your overall image, like, or the things you do. It's just generally like they can't compute. They can't compute you. Like you're just kind of like an anomaly when they try and use their mind or whatever to think of you. You're just meant to be experienced. Like just witness this, baby, because like Aquarians, if you can't wrap your mind around them, that's not going to stop them from doing what they're meant to do. I already know if you're Aquarius rising, you're probably a person that people don't understand, like, and they probably never will. That's just how it goes. But you're 100% comfortable with that, and you might not even be aware of it because you're in your own world. That's what Aquarius is. Like, there's the games people play, right? People like to play these games, like high school. It's like a game. Like, they, you know, like, here the popular, here's that. Like, they do all this weird shit. And then there's the outcast. But what people don't understand is the outcast is still playing the game if you're calling yourself an outcast. Like, I don't even think Aquarius are out. Aquarius are like, Aquarians, like, because outcasts are still in the game because they're outcasts to something. Aquarians aren't even outcasts. They're just in their whole other world. Then people kind of get up and, you know, in their feelings. They're like, hey, like, why aren't you playing our game? Like, what, are you too good for us? Niggas are like, oh, I didn't even know y'all were there. I was over here creating, like, Milky Ways. I didn't even know y'all were there. Like, simple as that. No, there's no, like, snarkiness, sarcasm. It's very, like, it's aloof because Aquarius is the air that encapsulates water, that keeps it all a droplet of water. You ever seen when it rained in a forest and you pick a leaf up and the droplets are still on the leaf, they didn't disperse yet? Aquarius, because it still is an air sign, but it's considered the water bearer, is the air that wraps around water. Aquarius is that surface tension right before something emerges from the water, and that, you know, it like bends and you can see it. That's Aquarius. Aquarius is the air that wraps around water and gives it form, which is why it can create worlds. Aquarius is like, when you look at Earth from space, how you've been taught to at least, and look at Earth, like, and there's an ocean, there's like land, all that, but that thing keeping it all in it is Aquarius. I always think of gravity like Saturn, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Aquarius is like, if you're from outer space, that whatever is wrapped around the Earth that keeps from like the ocean to spilling into space and the land falling off, everything that keeps it night, that's Aquarius. So they are a bit detached and aloof, but it's like not because they're supposed, like, y'all be talking like Aquariuses are detached and aloof, like they're not supposed to be. Aquarius is the air around a rain droplet. They're not the rain though. They're not the emotions. They're like the container, the thing that holds emotions around here. So I wouldn't say they're not emotionally intelligent. Aquarians are probably extremely emotionally intelligent. It's just like, is that what I'm meant to be doing? You know, every sign has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're Aquarius sun, you're probably an artist in some way, shape, or form. You're probably an artist or a film producer, like behind the camera. Aquarians like to be behind shit. They like to be behind shit and, you know, being able to touch it because they're visually aesthetic, like visually pleased, you know, and they're very good. Like I said, visually, like they're very good with that. They know how to curate shit visually, like art, theater, cinema, like any of these things. That's probably Aquarius. So Aquarius sun, it's a good chance you're gonna be that. It's a good chance you'll have like a lot of money. I don't want to say that like that. It's a good chance you'll be able, you're networking for keeping abundance and flow. You'll have a good spider web to send abundance all around to people, and you'll get to the point where you'll do something, you do it well, because Leo is the opposition. You'll do it well, you get recognized for it. Then once you get it, you'll start to, Aquarians are the ones that, 11th house is after the 10th. 10th is like when you're in the spotlight. in a sense of like all eyes are on you, like at the top of your whatever. That's 10th house, the top of the mountain's peak. And then 11th house is like, I always think 11th house, one way to look at it is like parties for big time people, and like it's just a bunch of big time names link up at these parties, and they're just like seeing where they can look out for people that might not be in their position, but they're like, I don't need it anymore, because they're going to the 12th house of letting go of everything. So it's like 11th house is a house of celebration. It's when you get your achievements, you celebrate them with other people that can celebrate it with you. Then you go ahead and let it go. And that's why Aquarians are the ones that open doors for others. They're like, well, I don't need this anymore. I got my fix. I'm a fixed sign. I got my fix. How can I open this door to help you get your fix? So your Aquarius sun, you'll probably be like that too. Now, Aquarius moons, these are the people that everybody's like, oh, they're so detached, they're aloof. Like, they don't that's because, look, Aquarius moon, these people feel like scientists. They feel like mad scientists, meaning like, even emotions are almost experimental. Like, and some people they didn't sit well with people that it was just experimental, but they don't see the God in the fact that it's experimental. All they see is, oh, you're cold. They don't see the purpose in that. So Aquarius moon's probably, it's probably like that. They probably long spells of, if they do get in a relationship, it's a great chance, this go for all Aquarius, that there's long spells of solitude and celibacy. And Aquarius moon can also give a mother that felt detached or aloof because she was in her own world. A mother that was in her own world. A mother that was highly blessed. Like highly resourced. Like your mother could have been a resource to a bunch of others, and you felt like you didn't get none of that as well. And these are just people that approach emotions from an analytical way. I won't say, I actually, for some reason, I feel like Aquarius moons are very, emotionally deft. I just think that they just show you other ways to tap in. Aquarians just do things differently. They just show you other ways to tap into one thing. So it's not like they're making whole different worlds or doing something that's so different that you can't do. It's just like they're approaching it in a way you never would have thought of because you don't think for yourself. They do. Aquarians don't see rules and constrictions and boxes. Like, they don't think outside the box. There is no box. They just think. You know what I'm saying? So, Aquarius, I actually made y'all's video a bit longer. But, yeah. Aquarius's sun, moon, rising, solar return rising. Check that solar return chart. I will one day make a video on, explaining that when more people are interested. But look, I have a service for that on my website. It's one of my favorite services along with Raul Ketu. Now, my website link will be in the description box below. If you fuck with the video, like it. If you got something to say, you want to share your mind, I want to hear it, anything, it resonated, whatever. As long as it ain't no hate, because you will get blocked today. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in to Mercury's Mind. I am your host, Mercury, and we are gone.